こんにちは。私はラジーブですね。あなたは名前何ですか？
こんにちは、ラジーブさん。最近の病院での経験について、あなたやご家族の方のことを簡単に教えていただけますか？
Good morning. I'm good and you?
I'm glad to hear that. Could you briefly describe your recent hospital experience, either for yourself or a family member?
My father had a heart procedure and stayed in a hospital for about 4 days. Recovery at home was a bit stressful.
Thank you for sharing that. It sounds like a challenging time. What specific aspects of the hospital stay or recovery felt most stressful for you or your family?
It's after discharge. Managing things at home is very stressful.
I can understand how that would be overwhelming. Have you, or has a close family member, been admitted to hospital for 2 or more nights in the last 12 months?
Yes, my mother stayed in hospital for 3 days last summer.
Thank you for sharing that detail. After discharge, did the patient go home to recover rather than move to a rehab center or nursing home?
Yes, we brought them home and managed recovery there.
That must have been quite a responsibility for you and your family. What were some of the biggest challenges you faced while caring for your mother at home?
It usually managing the procedures and what kind of a medication we have to take it, also how we can talk to doctor for number of things.
I appreciate you sharing those challenges. They can be quite stressful. Had access to a service that provided home visits, medication reminders, and easy doctor consultations. How do you think
it's
it would have impacted your experience?
it sound interesting, sound good if this is possible.
It sounds like that could have been very helpful for you. What stood out most? The nurse visits, the telehealth access, or the all in one convenience?
The nurse visits sounds out stood out most. I feel more relief than anything.
It's great to hear that the nurse visits provided you with relief. From your perspective, what specific support or service would you find most valuable during those visits?
Mostly medicines and monetary systems.
I understand that managing medications and costs can be challenging. More about managing medications, knowing when to worry about symptoms, or just not having someone to ask questions to.
Both are equally important because when there are symptoms you need to know who to ask, and usually getting a consultation from the doctor is very difficult, so this aspect is really important.
That makes a lot of sense. Having accessible support during those times is crucial. On a scale of 1 to 10, how likely would you be to request a RecoverCare package at the time of hospital
uh,
discharge?
yes, it's at a scale of 1 to 10, I will rate it as 8. I would seriously consider it.
It's encouraging to hear you would seriously consider it. At $3,999 for 30 days. Of that full package, does that feel fair, too expensive, or actually a good deal?
A bit expensive, but okay for critical cases.
I appreciate your perspective on the pricing, especially for critical situations. What price would feel right to you for that level of at-home support?
I think rupees 2,999 would feel ideal.
Thank you for sharing that. It's helpful to know your ideal price point. Concern people often have is letting a stranger, even a registered nurse, into their home. How comfortable would you feel with that part of RecoverCare?
Background verification is important, and also if hospital assign them, then I trust more.
It's completely understandable to prioritize trust and verification when it comes to in-home care. What do you currently rely on or expect to rely on for post-discharge care? A hired private nurse or something else?
Usually nurse is the important part of managing the after discharge time.
I understand that time is a concern for you. What aspects of post-discharge care do you find most challenging to manage?
It's usually medications and monitoring systems and those aspects which we are not very specialized and expert, so we need someone to support us.
It's clear that having support for medications and monitoring is crucial during recovery. Just to reflect back what I heard, your biggest concern during recovery was managing medications you'd
Absolutely right.
consider RecoverCare at around $3,999, and you rated your likelihood to use it at 110. Does that capture it?
Yes.
Thank you so much for your time and honest reflections today. Your feedback on RecoverCare will genuinely shape how this service reaches families like yours.